Last thing, sauna room. So people were in here yesterday.
That's where we were, Katie.
So
that's where I really embarrassed myself.
Yeah. So this room is a sauna room. That's all it's for. We'll typically have towels and everything stocked in here, and then people just kind of get in and out of the sauna throughout the day. So very comfortable with 2 people. You could fit 3 in there, but you'd probably all need to be friends in order for that to not be super
I have
weird.
the one person at home, and Ross and I fit. So yeah, you could easily get
3 people's fine. I've seen 5 people in there, and I'm like,
that wasn't what you call an orgy. That was not. The sauna was off.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So everybody knows the deal in here. We just got a couple rules. No birthday suits, but we do subscriptions for those. So people always ask, how do you charge for those? The same way you do for everything else. If you're going to do by the session or subscription model. So either way.
So this is the only area where you have Venmo and WheelPay.
Well, that needs to come off, right? Because we just switched over.
Gotcha.
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we're still in a transition phase where I want people, if they haven't downloaded the WheelPay app, I'm just pay via Venmo.
Would you say at this point the sauna has paid for itself?
Oh yeah. Yeah, easily.
So a lot of people see stuff like that. I think this one is probably
$7,000.
Yeah,
I mean, if you have 15 to 20 people on there paying $30 a month, you can do the math. It's not going to take long.
And not to mention, it's cool for you to use, and it's a great selling point. So
Right.
it's really awesome.
All right, we also loop that into everybody's onboarding. So everybody that comes in gets a sauna session and a compression therapy session in the boots.
Welcome to CrossFit. We're gonna lock you in this sauna for an hour. I mean, you're gonna lose weight here.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap up this tour.
Yeah, come on out.
I don't know. Oh, we're back. This is a maze, but
yeah. So
back in the room.
Here, hopefully, you guys have gotten some ideas as the bare minimum. So just like everything else, none of this stuff is stuff that you have to do. What we want you to think about is like, hey, how could I take an idea and then repurpose it for my gym? Whether it's storage or gym layout or the lounge or any of that stuff. This gym obviously could have a lot of improvements, and it will continue to get improvements, but that's what you should always be striving for, is just like continual improvement. Just make it a little bit better all the time, because 2 years ago none of this stuff looked like this, and 2 years from now it won't look like this anymore. It's a constant evolution, and that's what your members appreciate. They'll grow with you. That's the culture, but like they get to see the evolution and the improvements as you go through. But you got to constantly be thinking about it. You got to budget for it. You got to plan for it. This is not something that happens overnight. What you guys are looking at right now has been a 12-year evolution, and in my mind, we're only halfway. So.
I think that's important for everybody to hear from Fern as he goes through this. We don't want you to leave this video thinking poorly about yourself or your box. You don't have to have $25,000 in assault runners. Fern didn't 12 years ago either, and it's one day at a time. But if you have questions for us, feel free to hit us up. If you have questions specifically for Fern, feel free to do that. And something you said that's really important is make it work for your box. Like, you don't need chairs on the wall, or not everything needs to, come off the floor. Think about, make one little small improvement at a time.
That's it.
Well, Fern, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for the tour of CrossFit Rife.
I'm glad you stopped in town this week. It's good to see you.
It's been great to see you. We're heading out of town right now.
We should hang out soon.
So,
yeah.